Chiefs Kingdom, welcome back to All Chiefed Up. We're back with another podcast for that ass. And today we got a little injury report, Steve. Sounded a little grim for one Richie James. Is he going to be injured for long term or not? Let's talk about it.
Before we get the show started, smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. 95% of our viewers are not subbed, and we're trying to get to 20K by the end of this season. So do us a favor, hit the sub button, hit the like button to get this out to more Chiefs fans. Mike, Andy Reid sounded like it could be a little longer for Richie James. So how long are we talking here? Is it just a couple weeks longer? Could it eventually turn into a season-ending injury? What do we know about this MCL?
We don't know much. This is what was reported. A to Z Sports, Charles Gomez said Chiefs Wednesday injury report for the Bears came out today. And this was what Andy said. As far as the injuries go, Richie James' knee has an MCL. That's all he said. He has an MCL. Yeah, Andy, we know he's got an MCL. Everybody has one.
We know.
What happened to it? What happened to it, Andy? He said he won't practice today. Pacheco has a hamstring contusion. That's a bruise, guys. It'll be okay. He won't practice. It's not a tear. Kadarius Toney has a sprained toe. He got that in the game the other day. I think he'll be fine. Nick Bolton and Willie Gay have a sprained ankle and a quad contusion. Another bruise for Willie Gay. Bolton, we seen the sprain, Steve, happen in the Jacksonville game, but he got back on the field. I think he'll be good to go. Icing, a little bit of keeping the swelling down. Pain tolerance, I think he's going to be fine. He said they're working through those. The latter two did the walkthrough but did not practice today, talking about the linebackers. Then he goes on to say, most of them are day-to-day, Reid says. Richie might be a little longer. Yeah, possibility. So he didn't tell us anything. He just said he has an MCL. What is it? Is it MCL sprain? Is it a tear? God forbid it's a tear. What do you think? Do you think the Chiefs should start panicking here? Do you think we go out and look for a new wide receiver? Do you think we sign somebody? Do we elevate somebody off the practice squad? What's your best guess?
My best guess is that everyone's overreacting, because I see on X and everywhere else today the sentiment has been that Richie James is just done in Kansas City. We ought to start looking for another wide receiver. As if we need another one. Even if Richie James was completely out of the picture, we still have 6 on the squad, some that are underutilized at the moment. So I don't know why we'd be going and looking for more regardless, Mike. But I think it really just depends on what's actually going on. Maybe Reid doesn't know the whole story, and that's why he was so kind of vague about it. Maybe they do. They just don't want to throw it out there yet. I don't know, but it really just depends on what's going on there. Is it concerning me? Not really. Richie James hasn't exactly showed out in his first couple of games. He didn't slide straight into this offense like I thought he might. So I'm not super concerned either way. I'm more concerned with Kadarius Toney having a toe sprain.
Same.
If that's turf toe and that's a lingering thing, God, we don't need Kadarius Toney with any excuse to not be on the field. To me, that's far more concerning. If it's not turf toe and it's just a sprained toe, Mike, I want to know how Kadarius Toney figured out how to sprain his freaking toe.
Well, look, he said that he was out against Jacksonville. He was in the locker room. If they went to overtime, he could have come back and played. So that lets me know that I think he'll be okay. But this could be a lingering thing. This could turn into turf toe. This could be something crazy. And we know with Kadarius Toney, this guy misses more games than he's played. It's like he's always looking for a reason to not play. Now, do I think that? No. But the guy's not had good luck with his health. So he's got to get that going. That, to me, is more concerning. As you said, Richie James has not really done a lot. He's got 1 reception this year for 6 yards. That's it. He's not been the greatest in the return game either. We've seen him muff one against Jacksonville. He lost it in the sunlight. Easy to do. I get it. But if Kadarius Toney, does he go back and do this now? What if his toe gets in the way? Are we back to Sky Moore? What is going on? Dave Toub has had a mess back at the punt return position for 2 years now. Something has got to give here. What are we going to do? Do we need to elevate somebody from the practice squad? Do we need to go out and try to trade? Do we need to do something? I think it's a little early for all of that. But if the Kadarius Toney injury is something long-term and that turns into something more, and then you've got the MCL with Richie James and that turns into 6, 7, 8 weeks, you may see Brett Veach start working the trade wire a little bit.
It's a possibility, man. You never know. The special teams thing is probably the main concern from this, right? Because Richie James has been doing all the return duties. Granted, not great, but he's been doing them. And like you said, if he's not there, does it go right back to Kadarius Toney? If Kadarius Toney's having toe issues, then does it go back to Sky Moore? It's been a carousel.
He stumped his toe.
It's been a freaking carousel for Dave Toub and returners in Kansas City. It'd be nice to see some stability there, but I still don't think that they go out and look for anything. I know a lot of people keeps talking about Amir Smith-Marset. This is why we shouldn't have let him go. Guys, I'm sorry. He don't even get used in freaking Carolina. He's never going to get used in Kansas City. I'm
Zero
sorry.
catches in Carolina so far.
He was really good against fourth stringers in the preseason. He's not that guy when he's out there starting in an actual NFL game. I promise you, you just overshooting ISM there. And I don't think they do anything here. I think they go to Kadarius Toney. If Kadarius Toney can't do it, they'll go back to Sky Moore as far as the return game goes. I think the receivers are fine, Mike. I'd like to see them get the younger guys involved. I'd like to see Rashee Rice get kind of schemed in a little bit more. I'd like to see Justin Ross get more work in the red zone. That's what I would like to see. I'm more concerned with seeing those guys get involved and Sky Moore getting more heavily involved and maybe getting Marquez Valdez-Scantling to look like he's even useful whatsoever other than a catch here and there.
Yep.
I would love to see all that. I'm more concerned with that than I am the injury to Richie James.
Right. I want to see more packages with Justin Ross. I want to see MVS finally get used the way an $11 million per year receiver should be used. I'm tired of the decoy row here. Let's get him involved. Dave Tobe. Kadarius Tobe. I don't know where I'm going with that.
That time's yours.
Time's yours, Chiefs Kingdom. We got the first one from Sherry Street. She says, now that Toney is starting to get his confidence back, I expect him to have himself a day versus Chicago.
Have yourself a day, Kadarius.
Have yourself a day, Kadarius.
You got to nurse that little toe first. You got to get the toe back healthy, and then you have yourself a freaking day against the Bears, brother.
Single cube ice it. Just rub the top of the toe knuckle. Just get it all.
You know, if it's not the big toe, if it's any other toe, just chop that bad boy off and let's get to work.
Hey, Dion can do it. Sean says, really wish Andy would get Rice and Ross into the top rotation. See what happens. Can't be worse than James and Scantling. Okay, so James, you're going to see what it's like without him this week. Which, matter of fact, we've seen what it's been like without him to begin with. He's not run a lot of routes. He's not caught a lot of balls. MVS, that's one that's just really weird to me. He's got all the qualities. He's got everything that I feel. He's even got the contract, let's be honest. He needs to be more involved. I think this is a failure on the Chiefs' offensive scheme. Basically just not utilizing MVS. But I'm with you. I would like to see more Ross, more
Rashee Rice.
Rashee Rice too. Why not? But I do get it. They're rookies basically, and Andy just does not tend to trust rookies.
He don't. We're just now starting to see Sky Moore get a little bit more heavily involved here in year 2. That's the main thing. Like I just said, Mike, I want to see Sky Moore, and I would like to see Rashee Rice and Justin Ross all be a little more involved. I'm more concerned about that than I am the Richie James thing. So, Sean, you might get your wish, man. You might see a little bit more of them if Richie James is out for an extended period of time.
Right. Going on. Trish. We love Trish here. She's been with us from the beginning. Great videos always, guys. Referring to last video. If you haven't watched that, go back and do it. Veach is always working to get the team better. I believe the defense will get even better when Omenihu is back. As always, go Chiefs. Trish, you're 100% right. When Charles Omenihu gets back in October, dare I say, we kick it up another notch, Steve.
Another notch. This defense is absolutely spot on right now. If this is the same old where Spags defense starts a little slow and they get even better at the end of the year, then watch out NFL, because when this offense gets kicking, nobody's stopping this juggernaut of a team. If our defense can be, it's number 2 in the league right now, guys, behind Dallas. That's it. And that was one game without Chris Jones, and Omenihu has not seen the field yet.
And guys, Dallas, they've played Daniel Jones.
Right.
That's where they played week 1. Okay. Not better in week 2, by the way.
They played Zach Wilson.
Right. Zach Wilson, Daniel Jones. That's a crazy duo. Heike Mo Blackout. I hope I'm saying that right. Great stuff as always, guys. Love the news. Wish we could trade for Mike Evans. But in all reality, that's probably not going to happen. Heike, would love to see it. Mike Evans is a little older. He's going to want a big contract. We didn't even want to pay Chris Jones. Right. We only got $2.5 million on the cap. I just can't see how it would work. It's a pipe dream. I get wanting to have it.
Yes.
But me and Steve talked about it. Even if we had Mike Evans, do we force feed Mike Evans? No, I think he has to play within Mahomes in the offense.
That's true, Mike, but I do think Mike Evans would be even more valuable to this offense than even D-Hop would have been. Mike Evans is an absolute beast. He's an easy 1,000 yards every year. He's super consistent. He's a really good receiver. I would love to see Mike Evans in our offense, but it's not going to happen. Like Mike said, it's just a pipe dream. And I think you know that too, Heike Mo. You're just wishing a little bit, and I'm right there with you. It would be nice to see, but not going to happen.
You know who I want him to throw out? I've named this name a few times before. He's dealing with little injuries here and there, but I'd love to see him maybe call up the Pittsburgh Steelers. See a little bit about Deontay Johnson. Let's just see. Let's tickle the Steelers and see if maybe we can get a Deontay Johnson trade coming. MWK Shield says, I don't see how Chicago can be a trap game. KC has a lot they need to prove to themselves, and the Bears offense isn't going to have fun against the defense. KC all around is a better team on top of it all. That's true, but they also said that about the Colts last year, and the referees, because it was close, calls the BS call on Chris Jones. They take it away from us. In the NFL parity, it's a little closer. We don't tend to blow teams out, but I'm with you. I get the sentiment. We're all around better, even when we're not firing on all cylinders. I believe the Chiefs make this a get-right game, and the Bears are going through it today, Steve. We just heard that their defensive coordinator quit. Justin Fields is calling out their coaching. Their left tackle, I think, is on the IR.
Right.
They're a mess.
Yeah, I'm right there with Chad, though. I don't think this should be a trap game whatsoever. I think this is a get-right game for the Chiefs offense is what this is. I think we'll see the defense continue to do what the defense has been doing, but this offense, it's time to get things straight because they've looked a little disheveled in week 1 and week 2. You saw them tick it up a notch in the second half of week 2, but I think it's because the running game was starting to be a little bit more prevalent in the offense. I want to see that this coming week. I want to see the Chiefs get that offense right, and with that defense playing the way they're playing, watch out, Chicago.
1,000%. Brenda Pike says, you guys are great. Thanks for all you do. Legendary. Brenda, we love you. We thank you. ACU Misfit. Oh, Julia Gulia. This is the greatest Chiefs channel on YouTube with 18 thumbs up. ACU crew representing. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys for watching. We appreciate you guys for watching today. That means a lot to us. If you haven't already, click that like button so this goes out to more Chiefs fans. And thanks for subscribing, hitting that bell. We'll catch you guys next time.
There goes a sight from my soul.